sorry, my camera's a little shaky. I'm in my car and I do not have like a stabilizing mount, so sorry. But I have decided that I am going to stick with posting on YouTube for at least 90 days. Or let's just make it 100 days to make it even, right? Every day for 100 days, I'm going to post. And I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't. But YouTube is something that I've wanted to do for a majority of my life. I fell in love with YouTube when I was in high school, back in the makeup tutorial days. I learned how to do my makeup on there. I learned how to do my hair on there. I followed the OG, Jaclyn Hill, Nicole Guerrero, Dulce Candy, Jackie Aina, and I still follow a lot of them to this day. Nazanin Kavari, I still follow a lot of them to this day. So I fell in love with it way back then in high school. Always wanted to do it. Never really knew what I would talk about or what I would do. I never thought of myself as a creative per se. So I didn't feel like I fit in at that time to jump on YouTube. But I've posted over the years some of my thoughts, some of my journeys through weight loss when I got gastric sleeve surgery and things like that. But I'm now 32 years old. I'm about to be 33. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of 3. I've been a nurse for 11 years. I am currently enrolled in my MSN program. So I've lived a lot of life since then. And every time I just keep coming back to wanting to be on here. So I feel I've prayed about this a lot too. And that's one thing about me. I am a spiritual woman. I am a Christian woman. I am a believer of God. So and that has only gotten stronger as I've gotten older and gone through life and gone through things, right? I have had many conversations with God through times of my life of difficulty, through burnout. I have gone through burnout in my career. I have tried to leave my profession as a nurse at least 2 or 3 times. I have dealt with depression and anxiety. I still struggle with it, and I live a little bit of a crazy life in the sense that not only am I a mom of 3, but I am a mom of 3 littles. They're not tiny anymore, but I'm also a twin mom with that. So I have all these things that I've gone through a lot of things, and I feel like I am at a point where I really just need to share what it is that I have experienced throughout my life, what I am experiencing, what I'm facing as a 32-year-old woman, the thoughts that are going through my head, how I feel about life and beliefs and the status quo, what it's like to navigate the world right now, raising children, just all types of things, what I want out of life, coming to the realization that I always did what was safe. I always did what looked good and sounded good and was safe and in control. And now at almost 33 years old, I realize there's a lot of things that I have obtained that don't actually fulfill me, and I don't really want to do them. I don't really want to have them. I don't want to really have the responsibility of certain things. I don't want to show up in the world a certain way. And so I just have a lot to say, a lot to think about, a lot going on that I feel like by talking about it and sharing it, that hopefully I can connect with people that are navigating similar things, and we can help each other somehow, some way. I mean, we all have a unique voice, we all have a unique story, we all have something unique to share. And I think that I've spent enough time trying to perfect and figure out exactly what that is and exactly how it would look, and it doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? Like, it really doesn't matter. And that's the point that I'm at. What matters is me just starting to talk and share and connect. And then, you know, once I connect and I can make a space for whoever it is I'm supposed to connect to, that's when, you know, God will bring me deeper clarity on how to navigate it and how I can be of service to the community that I end up connected to. So I hope you are excited to ride the wave with me of 100 days. Today is July 5th, 2026. So we will see where we are in 100 days from now. I not only deeply feel inside my heart that this is going to be a way for me to connect with like-minded people, but also people who I can help. I do hope that this opens up my mind and breaks the glass ceiling for me on what I can do career-wise as well. Because now that I'm almost 33 years old, I understand why when I went to nursing school at 20 years old, that there were so many people in my class who were in their mid to early 40s. I get it, especially if you had kids that you didn't necessarily like plan out or like weren't ready for. Like if you ended up having kids kind of young, and you kind of just, you know, like I get it, because even though I went to nursing school, I'm almost 33 and feeling like I want to pivot. If I can create something off the back of my nursing, that would be my favorite thing, because I still enjoy being a nurse. I love what nursing stands for at its core, not what it's become. Like, get that right, okay? Truly, wholeheartedly, deep down inside, a true nurse, it does feel as a calling for you to help people and heal people. And that is super rewarding when you're able to do it. The skills that you gain, the things that you learn, all of that. So, and like I said, I'm in my master's program right now. And I'm doing that because honestly, I actually never wanted to go to school for my master's degree. And when I was in nursing school, one of my instructors had told me that I needed to go for my master's. I needed to, you know, like, she literally said, you need to go for your master's degree because you're going to be in charge of something one day. And I said, no, thank you. No, thank you. I had no interest in it. I knew I was going to go straight for my BSN so that I could be versatile and I could work pretty much wherever. And because I knew I wanted to move from my hometown and I didn't want to be limited because I didn't have my BSN. So, but I had no interest. And then at one point in my career, I started exploring CRNA, nurse practitioner, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? I don't want any of that, so I'm good. The last 2 years I've spent in leadership, though. Go figure, right? So she was right. I did end up being in charge. I am in leadership for the last 2 years. And I decided to go back for my master's because, one, the way the program is structured, it's obtainable with me being a wife and a mom of 3 and working full time. Forgot to add that in there. I am working full time. So I went back because, one, it's obtainable for me. I feel as though it's a workload that I can balance. But also, my time in leadership has made me curious, right? I want to know more. I want to learn more. I want to understand how to be a better leader and not just be driven by what I think. Like I want data. I'm a very analytical person. I like research and data points and analytics. And for me, I like having some concrete thing, behind, as a reference, I guess you could say. Like, I believe I've been doing well. However, there's a lot that I still don't fully understand, or is a little cloudy to navigate, and it's things that everybody kind of does in their own way. The reason they do it in their own way is because there's different styles. I don't know them though, so that's why I entered my MSN, and I said I could get with this, because yes, it'll be an MSN. However, it's in leadership, healthcare leadership, and like administration. So even though the main focus is on that, is the specialty is healthcare, but a lot of the data and the theories can be translated into other things, right? So yeah. But even with that, like, I have my ups and my downs with that. Do I still want to do that? Do I need my master's? I don't know. Like, so that's something I want to talk about too, that I'm navigating the highs and the lows and the doubting and the questioning, and do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? Another fun fact is that my husband is a stay-at-home dad. That's a new transition for us, that we had to have a heart-to-heart and a come-to-Jesus moment because of the life that we want to live and the way that we want to raise our children. So that's, has afforded us to be able to bring our kids out of daycare and out of traditional school, so that we can educate them and teach them in the way that we believe is best for their personalities, at least now while they're small. That's controversial, right? Like, that is super controversial. It's not the norm. So that's another thing that I want to talk about, how to navigate it, how we're navigating it. Homeschooling. Nobody in my family has ever homeschooled. Like, this is all new. We moved halfway across the country from Pennsylvania to Texas 3 years ago. We have basically no family, like, very, like, near us. Like, our core community that we had at home, we don't have that here. We've had to build and build and build over these last 3 years. And I'm proud to say that we are getting, we have gotten a lot closer to that, and we have friends now, and a network of people that we can trust, and that we love dearly. But that's another thing. We picked up and left our hometown and moved halfway across the country where we only knew one person. And with our 3 little babies, okay, our kids were 3 and 1 years old. Our twins were 1 and our oldest was 3. And we picked up and moved knowing one person. So there's just a lot, like I said, that I've been through, that I feel like I could help somebody. And so here I am, and I hope you stay for the ride of 100 days and see where the 100 days gets us at the end.